All right, we're okay. It looks like we're live. Can everybody?
Bro.
Can people in the chat hear? Oh, by the way, the chat's gonna be. We're gonna have a moderator in here, so if you say something stupid, you'll be kicked. So you can do that if you want, but you're gonna be kicked, and you don't want to do that because you're gonna miss out some good stuff here. We got a good. I'm excited about this conversation. So Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are going to be trickling in over the next 5-10 minutes. We're going to get more people in here, so I don't want to hop into the too fun, exciting stuff because I want, once we get to the juicy details of, I don't know, whatever the fuck's going on in Drive-By Lullabies.
Laughing. It's all good.
Cool. So just what you been up to today? Just been chilling out, hanging. You said you were driving around. How old are you? You said are you 16?
I'm 16 years old.
Okay.
I turned 17 in December 15th. So if anyone wants to get me a gift, I suggest you get it as soon as you can.
December. All right. Wow. I'm 25, so I have about a decade on you. So.
Damn, that's not fair.
And yeah, I know. Yeah, but the thing is like, I really like your music because like you probably must. I don't know how you did it, but like you like there's like a. It's like kind of nostalgic for me in a sense. Like it reminds me of like when you were like maybe like 3 years old. Like it reminds me of when I was like 14 years old. So you obviously weren't capturing that, but like when I was like in middle school, like there's like I'm sure you've seen like Scene and like the MySpace era, like Scene, like like the like
that stuff.
like early internet emo kind of thing going on. Like that shit was awesome because I was like I got to like really see it. Like I got to like know people who were Scene and like really into the whole thing. And your music, I kind of get that sort of vibe a lot from like what I don't know exactly what genre you want to go by, hyper pop, whatever, emo rap. I don't know. I'm still learning a lot of these genres, and you're like not only am I still trying to figure out what those genres are, but like you're already like trying to like move the genre forward and like trying to like do innovative stuff with the genre before I even fully understand what these genres really are. I'm like trying to like browse, like rate your music and figure all this shit out, but. Anyways, 16 years old. That's pretty cool.
16 years old. 17 soon, but
nice.
16 years old. Yeah.
Nice. I don't know very many. I can't think of very many 16-year-olds who've got a Pitchfork review under their belt. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. What was that like?
Man. Oh man, I got the word. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not sure if I can say that. So just to be safe, I won't. But anyway.
Okay.
But anyways, no, the Pitchfork review came out. I didn't expect to score that high. They give Pitchfork. It don't got a good reputation with reviews. And why exactly it doesn't, I don't know. It's beyond me. I'm not on the internet that much nowadays. But Pitchfork. That shit was crazy. They gave me a 7.7, and from what I know, that's a pretty high score.
That is.
And
yeah.
Also, from what I know, some people were not happy about that, and that made me happy. You know what I mean?
Are you like people who wanted the score to be lower?
Yeah, people who wanted the score to be lower. People wanted the score to be higher. Shout out to the people who wanted the score to be higher. But the people who wanted the score to be lower, they were assholes. But at the same time, shout out to them because, I don't know. Everyone deserves a little piece at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I was pretty surprised by but yeah, Pitchfork, it's a funny thing. I've been following them for over a decade now, and there's people who are like 10, 20 years older than me who have been following Pitchfork since like the 90s or whatever, who like all have like really strong opinions on Pitchfork, on what they used to be and what they are now.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around them. Sometimes they just will post the dumbest shit you've ever seen, and sometimes they really surprise you with some kind of cool opinions here or there. So I was pretty happy to see this one. I think a 7.7 is definitely. I mean, I've seen so many really good albums get like a 7.3 or whatever. So for me, if I see a 7.7 from Pitchfork, I know that's gonna be something that's it's probably gonna be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So yeah, congrats on that. And like this was like your debut album.
Debut album. Other albums I've worked on, but under different aliases, and I didn't put anywhere near as much effort as I did into this one. Those albums was made in like maybe a few days, a week, 2 weeks. You know, this one took half a year, about half a year, maybe a whole year. I think I started working on this like right before my 16th birthday, so almost a year, but. Well, not really almost a year, but you get what I mean. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't know what you mean, because you're like you're talking about when you were 15 years old, you were working on this shit. Like, to me, I learned what cum was when I was 15. No, I'm just kidding. But I was like just like kind of getting my toes wet with like figuring music stuff out of 15. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to make you all cocky and stuff, but that's pretty impressive.
No, you're good.
And I mean, I did see this. I don't know. Like I was listening through your discography. It's kind of you're already really prolific under the OSQUINN name, and then you've got some other projects I didn't check out, but I'm sure there's plenty of other kind of weird little shit you've been up to. And
yep.
yeah, and you had this like one EP that was called like A Night in Virginia or something like that. That it was like I was kind of seeing it was like you made it in like one night or some shit like that.
Yeah, I made it in one night, and it's named the tracks are named in like the hour that I made it. So 1 a.m. was made at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. was made at 2 a.m., and so on and so forth.
That's cool. I mean, that's really cool. Like, I honestly think when I was listening to that, I was thinking like, what needs to go viral on TikTok is the OSQUINN challenge, where everyone has to make an EP from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then you're gonna be the big TikTok like hashtag OSQUINN challenge. Everyone's gonna be posting their 4-hour EPs.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Like I listened to it, it was cool, but I can definitely. I mean, out of everything I've heard from you, like the Drive-By Lullabies is by far my favorite. So, just because like I could tell you were putting like, I mean, you were doing so much shit with that. It's a very versatile album. I guess like I said, like I'm still like kind of trying to wrap my head around all these new genres. We've got like, I don't know, like digicore, whatever the fuck that is, hexed. I don't know, like
it's a whole lot of new shit. Also, the chat is saying they can't see me. I just peeped that. I just checked in.
All right, let me check. All right, thank you for. Oh, okay. Thank you. What? All right, that's on. Okay. All right. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
All right, motherfuckers hating in the chat. Don't mind them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't look at the chat because I can't handle the heat. But then I always fuck up and like put the screen in the wrong space, and then I don't realize it until it's too late. Okay, there we go. Let me just check.
There we go. Let me check too. Hold on. Somebody in the chat. I saw someone.
Yeah,
in the chat. It was like.
Yeah. All right. See, people are roasting me.
Like, why are they roasting me? That's fucking rude.
They're like, this guy said hexed. That's an entirely different genre. I know it's an entirely different genre. The point is like there's like all these like fucking like sub genres that like all are like I don't even know, like they sound like a fucking like little like dancing robot or some shit. I don't know. And maybe it doesn't sound anything like Quinn's music, but the point is I'm trying to learn, and listening to Quinn's music is a little intimidating for me because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. What the fuck is digicore? What the fuck is the difference between bubblegum bass and hyper pop? All that shit.
Exactly. And
then we've got Quinn here, who's putting out an EP they made in 4 hours that is like probably doesn't even fit into any of those genres. So my point is I'm just trying to fucking wrap my head around this shit. So Quinn, could you please tell me, someone who listens to a lot of rock music and a good amount of hip hop And I mean, I like all genres, but you gotta tell me what how would you describe this music to someone who like can't really doesn't know how to like categorize it really?
Look, man. I know, like, when you ask me that question, it depends who I'm talking to. I could be talking to a music critic who knows a lot about music, or I could be talking to somebody who listens to strictly like shit that they hear on the radio, someone who doesn't listen to music that often. But if you ask me, one thing I tell everybody is that, like, like if you listen to one song, don't expect it to sound the same as the other one.
Yeah.
I'll just that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I love about it. That's what I loved about the album and just your music in general. Like, I'm very grateful that when I'm listening to it, like, there are going to be times where you're just going to, like, slip, like, you're going to slip, like, a super little... It's going to be, like, real catchy, and then, like, all of a sudden it's just going to be, like, you know, like... Boom, boom, or whatever the fuck you're going to do.
Exactly, yeah, just fucking hammer the beat, yeah.
And my advice to you, you do whatever the fuck you want as an artist, but... Take it from me, like, keep doing that shit. Like, you gotta make sure you just keep every single little song you put out, you gotta make sure you're, like, putting with so much love and care into, and you want every single song to be an achievement. I can already tell you've got that going, so just keep that up. Yeah, so, I guess, like, okay, so, if you were to describe it, though, to, like, I don't know, your grandma, what would you say?
Yeah. If I was to describe this to my grandma, damn, that's a fucking...
That's not fair. That's too hard.
Yeah.
That's too hard.
No, that's a great question, actually.
Okay, alright.
Nah, I don't know if I would ever listen to that, to the shit we all make. Because if I did, I feel like she'd just die, you know? Like, she just straight up collapse. Sorry, I got my friend, like, right over here. Like, they're cracking the fuck up right now. No, like, I feel like if I put it on in the car, and when I'm in the car, I'll play my music loud, except for, like, a certain specific people. But, like, I play my music loud as fuck, you know what I mean? So if I play my music in the car, if I play just, like, any music from the community in the car, like, in the car, it just takes, like, one bass stab. Or, like, just one saw wave, and, like, she's gone. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to fuck around, damage her hearing even more or something like that. And Grandma, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry I'm saying this about you. I know you're not that old, but I'm just trying to be safe. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I mean, I have this vivid memory back when I was in high school. I was 16 years old. No Love Deep Web by Death Grips, or maybe it was The Money Store just come out, and I was like when you're in high school and that shit is just coming out, like that's all I was listening to. So my friend passes me the car auxiliary cord, and we just pick up this like girl that's like really cute, and my friend has a crush on, and I don't care about that because I really want to listen to Death Grips, so I put Death Grips on, and like he's like, yo. Interesting music choice, Kaio. Like you could tell he was like, get that shit off, man. Like put some Drake Take Care on. Like we gotta like play it cool.
Fucking Take Care.
Yeah.
Damn, that dropped around the same time as Take Care too. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel bad.
It was. I mean, yeah, it was a wild time to be in high school listening to music and stuff. But, anyways, Death Grips, I think. Compared to your music, even like Death Grips is still like you can kind of figure out what's going on. There's like a hook you can kind of like bounce your head to or whatever. But I think if you put some OSQUINN on, what is it like? Don't like turn off the OSQUINN, you're gonna scare the hose. It's kind of like one of those kind of moments. But I don't know.
No, it's definitely the same with Death Grips. Definitely. Yeah. Say you can play something like You can play Hacker in the car. It's a pretty accessible song. But if you play something like fucking anything off of Jenny Death,
yeah,
like they're gonna practically like be scared as fuck. Mm-hmm. They're gonna want to get out the car as soon as possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is like a very special moment because you're 16 years old. You've got that vision. That was when I was 16. That drew me to Death Grips. Except you've got some. I don't know. So I mean, okay. So here's my thing. It's like when I wanted to review your album, but like I like to like take notes and like figure out like good comparisons, and I really like the number one comparison that kept coming to my head, and it just killed me because your music does not sound anything like it whatsoever. But the only comparison I was able to figure out, because I don't know these genres so well, was 100 Gex. And
100.
And you can, I'm sure you can kind of see it. Just like, and like, I'm telling you right now, your music doesn't sound anything like 100 Gex, so don't get mad. I'm just telling you,
I don't. 100 Gex is still good, even though people like hate 100 Gex because they're like all famous now. 100 Gex still good to me, so I don't mind when people make that comparison. I still listen to it pretty often. That
makes me really happy because I know there's a lot of artists out there, including myself. I've played in a few bands, and when someone makes a comparison to a band that's like doesn't fit my vibe at all, like it can really piss me off. Like if it's like, I don't know, I don't want to like name any bands, but there have been times where it's like,
yo, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me say something. I'm reading the chat. Y'all motherfuckers mad rude, yo. Y'all need to chill the fuck out. Y'all some real hate. Like, no, they just hate. They just hating for the sake of. They not hating on you. They just be hating in general. They not calling you ugly or nothing. They just like, oh bruh, 100 Gex this, oh bruh, Death Grips, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, man, if y'all don't shut the fuck up and chill out, more people need to just be down to earth and chill the hell out. You know what I mean? I promise I'm so.
I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best here to like. I'm literally telling you. I understand. I'm ignorant here. Okay, I'm telling you. With this specific album, and guess what? It's not just me. I know more than 99% of music critics. None of these fucking music critics know none of this shit. I know more of it than anybody fucking else. So I'm the one who's coming up with these fucking horrible fucking comparisons. So like that's why I was interested in Quinn, is because she's young. She's got like this fresh brain that's inspired and ambitious and wants to make some music, and it's just coming out to sound like nothing else. I don't want to speculate what's going to happen in the future. Maybe it's going to be the future of music, whatever. But the point is like the fact that I don't know very much about it is something I'm aware of. I'll admit it, and it's also why I'm interested in talking to Quinn. So, haters, fuck off. All right.
No, you get it, dog.
You want me to just bring on some punk band where I know every single little thing they do because I've heard it a million times? Is that what you want? So
y'all want fucking like shit, man. No, I know what you mean, but no, they're calming down now. I feel bad. They're being nice now.
All right,
shout out. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry for being.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being rude, y'all.
Sometimes the chat needs to get a little spanking, or maybe. Like get a you know what I mean?
Oh man, I just spanked the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all, dog.
Yeah. All right. So where were we? All right. So let's talk about the music here, because we can go on and on about. Okay. So actually, specifically, like, okay. So if I'm just someone who really likes your album, all right. And and I ask you, could you please point me in the direction of more musicians that sound like this, some genres that sound like this I should explore, and maybe some albums that influenced you with the sound of this album? Could you maybe point me in the right direction for that?
The right direction for like similar music?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know, if you like a person that don't know shit about shit, and like Drive-By Lullabies is like the first electronic based album you've heard, I'll probably tell you about one person I take inspiration from is definitely JPEG Mafia. That's one dude I take inspiration from, especially since he's from Baltimore. That's where I'm from. Like shit, we got more representation. That's what's up. But
yeah.
But one thing that you could one thing I take inspiration from him is that like everything he does, it's so random and like you just can't. It's so overwhelming like, if you listen to All My Heroes Are Cornballs, it's so overwhelming. Like, shit switches every few seconds, this, that, and the third. And I was like, damn, I want to make something like that. But, and I did, in my eyes, I made something like that. You know what I mean? But of course, it's not going to be a perfect replication because, first of all, I don't want to replicate anybody. Second of all, it's my debut album. Y'all got to chill on me. You know, one thing I will admit I fucked up was the masters, though. I forgot I had to master this shit. I was just like, fuck it, bro, let's do this. But anyways, yeah, JPEG Mafia, All My Heroes Are Cornballs. I tell them, like, you know, listen to that next. You know, if you like my album, then you'll love this one. You know, this, that, and the third.
That is a great recommendation. That is one of my favorite albums of 2019. I think I gave it like a 9 point something. Like, I was so, like, to me, listening to All My Heroes Are Cornballs, it was like you could just hear so much, like, you know, JPEG Mafia, you can just hear he's like in love with what he's making. He wants to do so much shit. He wants to put like you can just hear in that music he's trying to really like push the boundaries of music. And it sounds fucking great. The production is just so beautiful.
Exactly.
It's so beautiful.
Exactly. He's pushing the boundary. He's like pushing the boundaries all the while he has like he does all this shit on his own as far as I know. You know, he produces on his own as far as I know, mixes and masters on his own as far as I know, all this shit, vocals, all of that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired me. Mm-hmm. That's what inspired me. I'm like, fuck, he does all this shit on his own. Yeah. So I'm gonna do all this shit on my own. That's why I don't really collaborate often, because I feel comfortable. Because when I collaborate with somebody, I feel like there's some sort of, there's like a vibe or some shit that I have to fit in with them, and I'm like, damn, then that's when shit gets fucked up. You get when I record on their track or whatever, you know, I get what they want me to get. I don't give people what I want to give them, you know. I'm just giving the vibe of the track, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to vibe with the track, this and the third, and it doesn't really come out as genuine. That's why I don't really do much features, you know. That's why I prefer to do a lot of shit on my own. You know, people always like, oh, check your email, I sent beats, and I'm like, when's the last time you saw me use anyone else's beats, man? It's been like a year. Like, you know, like, I choose to produce and mix, master all that, and record all my own shit. And, you know, that's not on no egotistical shit either, because I know there's going to be that small percentage of people who's going to take that clip and say I'm egotistical. It's really not, man. I just really prefer to stay to myself. Like, I'm really picky, man, you know?
I 100% agree. In the past, I don't know how long, 8 years now I've been putting out music. If there's an opportunity for me to just do it all myself, I will, I'm going to have a better time doing it. I think the music's going to end up better. And that's not because I think I'm necessarily more talented. It's just literally the communicating between musicians is so fucking hard. There's so much room.
Exactly.
There's so much room for one person to put a shit ton of work in and the other person to, like, fuck it up because they feel stubborn about a certain idea. Like, I mean, I have a lot of fun collaborating, but there's a lot of room. So for me, it's literally just like maybe you and I are just fucking hardcore introverts or something, or maybe this is just how it is, and we just, you know, maybe it's just how it is. But like, for sure, like, learning how to mix, learning how to master, learning how to record, that shit with rock music was always so intimidating with me. But like, now I'm finally at the point where I can just kind of do all that shit myself, and I am so much happier for it. And I highly and it's the same thing with JPEG Mafia. You know, if you go back to the 80s, obviously you can find plenty of punk bands that their whole philosophy was do it yourself. Just just get your shit together, figure out how to do it. It's, you know, obviously if some idiot asshole can charge you $1 million for whatever, then you can just, if they can figure it out, you can figure it out. So I think it's a really good way of doing it. It's not rocket science. It looks scary, but you know, you turn the volume up here, you turn the volume down there, and just wait till it sounds good, and you press go, and you're done. So
yeah, exactly. You know, mixing and mastering and that shit. When you get mixing, one of the biggest misconceptions that people have when they first get into the music shit is that it's too hard. It's not. You know, I know. I'll call out somebody, not in a bad way, just more like name drop them. Emo Rave, you know, that's a producer I know, and I've known them before they went by Emo Rave. and and they picked up producing really quick. They picked up and they're really good at it. Hell, they're amazing at producing, and they picked it up in like they were already good within like a week. You know what I mean? And they were just really good at what they do. And I could say that about a lot of other people. There's people in the community who's made music for only like a year or two, and their shit, and now they sound like fucking Porter Robinson or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is like if you're really driven, you are someone who absolutely loves music, you're gonna figure that shit out. You're gonna figure it out. It's fun to figure out. First off, it's fun to learn how to produce. It's a pain. It's hard sometimes, but it's fun. But if you're driven, like, you're gonna figure it out. And I think I definitely encourage everyone to it might seem a little corny at this point, but the do-it-yourself sort of attitude about music, like, just consistently, it works the best, just strictly in terms of like making your life easier and making the music better. So that's my advice. I've spent a lot of money recording at some fancy studios, and that's a lot of fun too. There's no doubt that that's a fun thing you can do if you can get the money together for that with some friends. But you don't need that. You don't need that. So cool. So Quinn, Baltimore. I gotta come to Baltimore. I live in New York City, so like
right now I'm in Northern Virginia, which is Baltimore but nicer.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But yeah, Baltimore is where I'm from.
Nice. Yeah, like I have lots of good friends in New York right now who lived in Baltimore or from Baltimore, and lots of good musicians in the area right now. Like, I gotta come play a show there, go see some shows. Have you gotten to play any shows yet?
No, I haven't gotten to play any shows, but I've heard Baltimore. Baltimore, it's one thing that people don't recognize is that like anything rock in Baltimore, the rock scene in Baltimore, if you bring anything rock to Baltimore, then you are going to basically be welcomed with open arms. The punk scene used to be pretty active. I'm not sure about now because, like I said, I'm not in Baltimore. I haven't lived in Baltimore in a long time. But if you bring anything like that to Baltimore, and it's the same with like shit like house and jungle, and then also shit like techno. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about if house is still a thing actually ever since the Paradox got shut down, and that's a Baltimore club.
Mm-hmm.
But still, a whole lot of shit to do in Baltimore, and people always clown on like the accents, and people always they always fucking it's a lot more to Baltimore than just accents and rundown buildings. There's a beauty within that concrete jungle, and that's why it feels like home to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think Baltimore sometimes gets like a bad rep, but at this point I've met so many really cool people from Baltimore and great artists. Like, every single person I've met from Baltimore is straight up like a fucking punk. That's all there is to it. Like, if you're like living in Baltimore making art or whatever the fuck you're doing, like, you're a punk. So
yeah, you're definitely not a normal citizen if you move to Baltimore to perfect your craft.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because Baltimore, I'll say it right now. In Baltimore, it's very hard to meet just a normal person. it's really hard. No matter where you go, you can go downtown, where the college students and the hippies are at. You will not meet a single normal person. You can go out west, you could go out west to the ghetto, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You still will not meet a normal person. Everybody's different over there. It's crazy, man. Like, you can go out to the suburbs. And as far as I know, it's not many suburbs in Baltimore, but you can go there, and you can, even the people there, all types of different people, and that's another thing I love about it.
Yeah,
and it's not, you can't say that about every city.
No, no.
There's a few cities, and it's great considering Baltimore's size, because only other cities you can really say that about is like LA and New York.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, one thing I love about making and playing music is touring. I haven't gotten to tour in a while because of COVID-19. You haven't got to play anything because of COVID-19 and just because you're so young. But you know, you got your driver's license now. I'm guessing 16 years old. Congratulations.
I got my learning, not my driver's license yet.
Okay,
but yeah.
I don't have my license either. I don't have my. I'm 25. I still don't have my license, so don't worry. No judgment here. But
I heard Lady Gaga doesn't even drive, so you're good.
yeah, I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'll wait till college to get it. I don't need one in my suburb. And then I went to college in New York, and it's like, okay, I'm never getting a fucking license. But, well, anyways, if you ever want to play some shows, if you want to play in New York, hit me up. I'll help you get in touch with some, venues and local acts I know in New York that are really cool. And likewise, like if I'm in Baltimore, which I really want to come to Baltimore, whether it's to play a show or just check out the city, like I'll hit you up and you gotta recommend me some. I don't know what you know, but maybe you know something. So.
I just know shit. I don't know. Like I said, since I'm not in Baltimore right now, I ain't been in Baltimore in a while, so it's a lot that I don't know in regarding like recent history. But like I could probably just ask my uncle. My uncle, that's like my uncle. He's like my best friend, and he's like he knows the ins and outs in Baltimore. I'm assuming he does because he's out like literally every time I go like to see him. He's already out somewhere. But yeah, he knows the ins and outs of Baltimore, and he knows the music community pretty well. The arts community pretty well. Yeah, if you do come to Baltimore, then I'll probably loop you in with him. So,
all right, gotta go to Baltimore and hang out with Quinn's uncle. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
He's a cool ass guy. You like him. You definitely like him.
I bet. I mean, he's a musician too.
He used to be, as far as I know, he used to be a DJ in the 90s, along with my father. They both used to be DJs in the 90s. Nothing
Baltimore.
Big, just like house parties. In Baltimore, just house parties here and there. Maybe not even house parties. Maybe just like, in the room, just fucking going at it on the vinyls, the turntables, and as far as I know, they had some tapes, not released, but they do have some tapes. I gotta ask them about that. I don't know where that shit's at, but yeah.
So your family was fucking playing house shows, playing house shows. It was house music, right? House shows.
I guess I don't know what type of music my uncle was playing, but if I had to guess, it would definitely be a bounce between house and like underground hip hop. Okay,
that is like extremely fucking cool. Yeah, I do definitely see it's not like it's too surprising. That a lot of musicians, myself included, come from like a pretty musical family. I mean, everyone loves music, you know what I mean? But to hear you're like a descendant of like underground Baltimore DJ legends. I know you didn't. I know you didn't say that, but we're gonna say that just for the lore.
That's how I look at them. Yeah, that's how I look at them. So yeah, that's appropriate.
Oh, okay, great, nice. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, now I'm definitely down to come hang, chill with your uncle who's got to show me some good spots or whatever. And likewise, if you're in New York, hit me up. Like, I got a nice couch here if you even need a place to spend the night if you really need to crash somewhere. But I know you're only 16, so maybe you're like, you probably got like school and shit, and but
yeah, most definitely.
It's probably not so easy to like get the whole like tour and booking shows thing together, but you'll be doing it soon. I think it's a lot of fun. Like, just if you can get one together, in somewhere in Baltimore or somewhere, you can, it's actually not that hard. You just email the venue with some people you like, and it's a lot of fun. So I recommend it. Your music would be pretty kick-ass live. You just fucking stand up there and press play. I don't even know exactly how how you do that.
If I ever did a live show,
yeah,
a lot of people got all this equipment, this, that, and the third, speakers, and the third. All you need for me, all I need is a controller, fucking, I don't know, fucking FL Studio in case I really want to get live.
Ooh.
Fucking we got record box for the DJ controller, shit like that. Start a little DJ set or something. Fucking, I'm gonna need a mic, of course, and fucking, and output, you know, the speakers and shit, and we're straight. I don't need a whole fucking I don't need all the sparkles and glitter and the smoke machines and the fucking the all that shit, you know, because all that shit, if people can't get that energy from you alone, then you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? So I don't need all that shit.
That's great. That sounds awesome. Is that something you think you're going to want to do at some point? Is play some shows?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like, it's more fun than you think. Like, it's a lot of work to get the, you know, throw the emails together, get the whole set up, and figure out how to play the set live. But it's kind of addicting. Yeah. It's addicting. Like, once you're on stage and you got the adrenaline of people like jamming to your songs, it's like, oh, okay, this is what it's all about. So yeah. you're lucky you got that to look forward to. But I mean, I guess I'm trying to put some more shows together in the future too. Like I played a show in July. Like, it was like the first time I was able to play a show like in over a year because of COVID, and you know, I was excited for it. But like once the show actually came around and we played, like, it was a short set. It was only 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I was like, holy fuck, that was a lot of fun. Like, I forgot about that. That's fucking awesome. So, yeah. But, you know, no pressure. You know, take your time. You're so young. Just whatever you want to fucking do. All right, so actually, you know what? Let's talk about Drive-By Lullabies, because we haven't even talked about that. I'm just trying, you know, so far I've just been kind of getting to know you, hanging out, talking about, you know, whatever the fuck we're talking about, Baltimore.
Get into the good.
Let's get into the nitty gritty, the dirty details that Quinn does not want you to know about Drive-By Lullabies. So, okay, first off, I want to make a comment on the mastering. All right. So you said that's one thing. That's one thing you were kind of like kicking yourself because, you know, it wasn't mastered. Like, basically, for the audience who doesn't know what that means, it's like some songs are like louder than others, and some songs are quieter. You know. Professionally, you're supposed to kind of compress everything so the volume, it all kind of flows nicely from start to finish in the album. I will say, as someone who has listened to hundreds and hundreds of albums, like, within the past, I don't even know how long, like, year or something, like, constantly listening to shit because I got to review it, whatever. It was so refreshing to hear a release that wasn't fucking mastered. To me, that was, like, kind of fucking cool. I was like, oh, shit, this album's not mastered. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know,
like, it's like
you know what? I don't give a fuck that my shit's not mastered anymore, actually. You know?
Good.
Fuck
you
it.
shouldn't.
You know?
You shouldn't. To me, that's just like another, like, it's just like this album is already like so fucking like sounds like an alien made it, and then what's the like little cherry on top? Oh, it's not even fucking mastered. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay.
So yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, like, you know, mastering is cool. I think, you know, it's fun to master shit, but you know what? Not mastering something, that's fucking cool. So I respect it. Even if it was, you know, what you might think of as a mistake. Like I said, like, you know, there's a reason I reached out to you to chat with you, just because, I don't know, I was like, I could just tell, like, it's going to be kind of an interesting musician here. So,
yeah.
So, it's, you know, it's kind of a hard album for me to talk about because, like you said, like, every song is so different. I can't even just, like, pick a vibe to kind of rock with. To me, it just sounds like someone who's, like, pretty, like depressed and isolated, making, like, just, like, a lot of, like, really fun and, like just kind of, like, dicking around, like, but having, like, a lot of fun. And, like, I don't know, like, it's, like, I have this song stuck in my head. So, like, I don't know what you did, but it's stuck in my head, so that's good. Is there any cool, like, do you have any cool, like, maybe examples of some, like, samples here and there that, like, are some samples you put in there that maybe I didn't recognize, or, like, any from songs or from, like, field recordings, or is it just literally just, like, all just sort of, like, synths that you kind of used?
Well, what's the samples that you do recognize?
None.
None?
Yeah, let's go with none.
So,
I'm a fraud.
Okay. Oh man, it's not a lot of samples, honestly.
Okay.
The what? I'm not gonna go in order, but
sorry.
And change that.
Yeah.
Change that. One sample I used is You know, it's not I could change that. And then there's the instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the vocals, like the fucking chopped up vocals, that's the vocals to Work It by Missy Elliott. I believe that's what it's called. I don't know. I just looked up Missy Elliott vocals because I was like, damn, I think this shit'll fit. But and it was like that, and I also sampled it on the outro too. I sampled those vocals on Change That in the outro, but except for on the outro, I sampled the beginning of the first verse, and on Change That, I sampled the hook.
All right.
Yeah,
so this chat's being streamed directly to the FBI, and they're on their way for you using these uncleared samples.
Oh man, if we're talking uncleared samples, one thing we got to talk about is 12 25 18. Fucking, and to clear shit up, that song was made 12 25 18. My voice has been that deep for a long time. But you know, and that whole song, that practically the whole song is a sample. You know, if whoever made that song, fucking Lizzie, I think that's her name. If they find that shit, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a lawsuit on my hands. Okay. But if I do, I don't know. That'll be fun. I look forward to it.
I've had the same thoughts. I've literally thought to myself, like, is Anthony Fantano gonna fucking sue me? And I thought, like, you know what? If he sued me, that would be really awesome. Like, let's make it fucking happen.
Exactly.
Like, that'd be cool.
Be a story for.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a story for the books, man.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't make it like. I wouldn't make it. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck you, you're trying to sue me. Because that's understandable, bro. If you use my song and I don't like the fact you use my song, I probably won't sue you right away. I'll probably be like, hey, man, I ain't like that. But, you know, fuck it, I understand. But still, you know, if you want to... So, Lizzie, I think that's their name who made the song. Lizzie, if you see this, before you sue me, just be aware that your song is literally a cover of another song. So I'm covering a cover of a cover, kind of, sort of. But yeah, love you, Lizzie. Please don't sue me though. I'm 16 years old, bro. I need this so I could fucking live when I'm 18. Anyways, but yeah, don't sue me. I'm a black transgender teenager, please.
If any of you motherfuckers try to sue Quinn, I will send the entire fucking punk revolution on your ass, and you will wish you were never fucking born. Like, don't worry, Quinn. You've got the protection of the punk revolution. Like, whatever that means. Like, if we're gonna all chip in money for like the best fucking lawyer you can find, or if we're just gonna be going to the front of their fucking lawn, protesting their ass, we'll make sure you're in good hands. So. Anyways, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think, you know, I love a creative usage of samples. Like, I think it's like one of the coolest things you can do in music, and like the fact that it's illegal, it's like a bummer because I think it shouldn't be illegal. Like, think about how all the fucking amazing music that could be made if there was just none of that like bullshit copyright, intellectual property, whatever. I know, you know what I mean.
Here's how I see it. Sampling. It's like audio graffiti, you know. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's illegal makes me want to do it more.
Yeah,
and it's art, so
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like I'm working on like a more like a more hip hop oriented project, like a more lo-fi hip hop. I don't mean lo-fi as in like chilled cow and like shit to study to or nothing like that. I mean like cassette rip type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm working on that type of shit, and that shit uses a lot of sampling. So if I blow up even more than I already have, you could best believe I'm going to be fighting it out with fucking Mobb Deep or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so that's
all right.
It's just sampling is a fun thing, and sampling is a fun concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In my opinion, everyone who's ever listened to a song that has a sample in it should go to jail.
Oh my God, I'm quoting you on that one. Quoting you on that.
That's the official philosophy of the punk revolution. Is if you dare listen to it, if you listen to an OSQUINN album featuring a sample that's not cleared, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be losing sleep at night because I'm so mad at you for doing that. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna track you the fuck down. I swear.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I mean that's cool as fuck. I like the philosophy. The sample is audio graffiti. I think that's the right way to think about it. And honestly, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, like, I think most artists probably kind of like it to get sampled. You know what I mean? But then there's the fucking asshole record labels who are like, yo, no, we need to make some fucking money, and we're not gonna let that happen. But I bought a cassette, by the way. The cassette looks fucking really dope. I
gotta buy the cassette myself. I don't know how that shit look.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was before the album drop, here's a fun fact. Not really a fun fact, more like a fact. But before the album dropped, like the day before the album was dropping, I had it was me and Dismiss Yourself. It was me and those people.
Mm-hmm.
We was in a voice chat. We originally planned for it to be like maybe an hour or two. No, we was in that bitch for 12 hours. We were like it was me and them, and then it was the artist that we were working with too, like the visual artist. We were trying to, trying to make sure the merch was all good, lining everything up for the drop and everything, shit like that. That shit was fun though. Shout out to them. I'm definitely doing that shit again though. That was definitely one of the best days of this year, man. Like that whole 12-hour adrenaline run of getting shit done. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Dismiss Yourself Records. I always like to see what they're up to. I think it's so cool that there's these indie records that or indie record labels that are putting out stuff like Drive-By Lullabies. I think it makes me really happy because it's so easy just to kind of go with the flow of trying to figure out like what maybe is gonna get like, I don't know, the most like mainstream sort of appeal. But it seems like a lot of those indie record labels who are putting out some more of the like experimental electronic stuff, seems like they're doing pretty well. Like a lot of their releases I end up seeing floating around Twitter, and I listen to them, and they do a good job with the merch. I've ordered some stuff from it's good stuff. Mm-hmm. So I respect it.
I was really stoked to work with Dismiss Yourself because they got some crazy people on their label. I mean, damn, they released fucking Your Arms Are My Cocoon, their fucking debut album, and that shit was insane, man. I don't know if you heard it yet.
Oh, I heard it.
But that shit was crazy. Mall Grabber P was inspired by fucking in October 2019 I called the Suicide Hotline for the first time. That track. I think that's what it's called. That's the whole track. I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's kind of funny is I don't know if you've heard of I'm sure some people in the chat will know Sydney Gish. She like makes like indie pop. It's really chill. It's cool. It's cool stuff. I matched with her on Bumble, and I didn't recognize her as Sydney Gish. She just presented herself as a musician. I very quickly realized it was like Sydney Gish, but she was like I was like, oh, what kind of music do you make? And she's like, oh, I like to make like bedroom emo pop or whatever. And I was like, oh, you should check out Your Arms Are My Cocoon. Like, not realizing that Your Arms Are My Cocoon is like a horrible recommendation to make to anyone on Bumble. You know what I mean? Like, Bumble, by the way, Bumble's a dating app for anyone who might not know this. And I was like, I actually got to hang out with Sydney Gish, which was cool. She's like, I don't even know where she is, but like, I guess maybe it wasn't such a bad record. Like, fortunately, the person I was recommending it to was someone who's like actually like a musician, like who can appreciate that shit. But maybe I should have been a little bit more cautious. Because I think a lot of people, they would have been like, okay, this shit's fucking weird, but it's fucking awesome. It's so catchy. It's so catchy. It's so like, it's like beautiful and abrasive at the same time. That
reminds me when I went on fucking, what was that one app where you could everybody was on that shit?
Yik Yak?
You could like make friends.
No.
Huh? Yeah, no, not Yik Yak. The other one. This was like maybe late last year. Fucking Fuck, it was the one app where you could just make friends with like people locally or some shit.
I know there's.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, man. I just know like I know like all I can think I was gonna say is like Tinder, but like that's not right. Like
No, it's not Tinder, but I've been on Tinder just for fun though. I've been on Tinder with some friends and just trolling.
oh
But
yeah, just for fun, just for trolling. Okay, all right. Yeah.
no, but fucking I think it was Bumble. No, Yubo. It was Yubo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was Yubo. I remember
Sounds like
I
some
was on
fucking like
Yubo.
Baltimore shit. I don't know. I've never heard of that. What the? That's something I never heard of. Am I out of the loop?
Yubo?
No, am I out of the loop for that?
It's kind of not. It was kind of sort of low key. Yubo was basically like a thing. It was an app where people got on there, and it was popping for a little bit.
Okay.
It's not popping as much anymore, and it's basically Bumble or it's basically like Tinder, but for friends though. Like not no dating shit, more like friends. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
And I used to get on there. I used to get on there just when I was bored because we could all use a friend or two, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
No.
I was on Yubo a few times, just chatting with people, seeing what's up with them. That doesn't make me a loser.
That sounds
I
like
hope it doesn't.
No. I think that's a great app. I think I want to get. I know like Bumble has like a friendship mode. I want to check it out. Like I've got some good friends in New York, but like it's always nice to meet if I can meet more musicians and stuff. Like I'm always happy to do that. Maybe there's like a little like there might be a little stigma against it. Maybe people will make fun of you for using an app to make friends, but no, it's useful. It's a good idea.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. So, I mean, like, why the fuck are we prioritizing like Yik Yak, which is an app where you literally go on to bully people, and then you go on an app that's literally to make friends, which is like the most normal thing every single person wants to do, and then people are gonna fucking make fun of you for that? It's like what we've got it backwards. Like Yik Yak should be like cringe, and then going on these apps to make friends should be cool. You know what I mean? We've got it backwards.
Yeah, fuck it, man. If you wanna make friends, I'll make friends with anybody, man. A lot of people see like the typical Hello Kitty girl, this, that, and the third. Oh, that's cringy. I don't give a fuck. I'll make friends with them still. You know what I mean? I'll make friends with anybody, man. If they chill and they cool and and they morals in check, because I want to be friends with motherfucking Jeffrey Dahmer or something. But yeah, if they cool, they chill, their morals in check. We don't gotta share the same music taste. You could listen to fucking Bo Burnham if you want to. That motherfucker.
Okay, that's a little too far. Maybe we can bring it in a little bit. Like Hello Kitty profile picture, that's cool. But Bo Burnham, like, let's you said the morals have to be in check, so.
Yeah, but the morals gotta be in check. You could listen to Bo Burnham if you listen, but if you turn that shit on in the car, I swear to God, like I'm not going to want to hang with you.
I'm just saying Jeffrey Dahmer would have absolutely loved Bo Burnham. So like, that is
so threatening. Yeah.
All right. Well, no, I feel you. Like since I started my YouTube channel and stuff, like I've definitely, become like a lot more open-minded about making friends who are fucking just the weirdest people on the internet who are just so fucking like loving and cool and like funny and stuff. Like whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna judge you. Whatever weird ass furry anime bullshit your profile picture is, like as long as you're a good person, we're hanging out. So I feel it.
Yeah, we won't have to like the same shit. As long as what you like is not illegal, we're fine.
Yeah,
like we're cool, man. Like just stay in your bubble. I'll stay in mine. And if you want to conjoin bubbles every now and then we can. But we're not this, that, and the third. But we strayed away from the regular conversation. Hold on, I was on Yubo. This is similar to when you were on Bumble putting motherfuckers onto Your Arms Are My Cocoon. I was on fucking Yubo. Putting people on to fucking I wouldn't say putting people on. I'd more so say like introducing people. I was introducing people to fucking Weather Day. I was sending them Weather Day and shit. And they were like
good shit.
Some of them were like, nah, this is some good shit. And other people was like, oh, this is cool. Like, like oh, this is cool. So, anyways, what school do you go to? You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I was on, because one of the things I bond over people's music. I'm a big music nerd. I know a lot of shit about music, and people always, one of the biggest common misconceptions is that I listen to like the latest and greatest shit. Like, like, oh, Quinn, you heard that new Trippie Redd album? I don't even listen to Trippie Redd. Like, bro, I listen to fucking, shit. I don't know. Recently, my radar has been like, fucking comfy hip-hop, comfy experimental hip-hop, and fucking, Japanese indie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't even know who or what even dropped the album. I'm out of the loop when it comes to that shit. But, yeah, I kind of strayed away off topic with that one too.
No. It's good. Like, listen, I'm really high right now. I've had like 3 beers. You gotta be the one. I'm putting you in charge of making sure this conversation doesn't go off boat, because I am fucking lost right now. I am like in another universe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. But I will say, Quinn, when you talk, like, I see so much. I know this is so corny. I'm gonna say it anyways. I see so much of myself in you. It's actually driving me nuts. Like, when I was your age, I was such a fucking music nerd. Like, I really do. I'm picking up those vibes. Like, it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. So, I don't mind you saying that, honestly. Like, hell yeah, that means I'm doing something right then.
Good. That's good. Like, I like, I really love your music. Love the shit you're doing. One thing I wanted to ask you about was, it does seem like you've done a pretty good job, like, building both an audience on the internet, but also, like, a community that, like, really is excited about you and stuff. I don't know if if this is through Discord or Twitter or whatever, like, or if it's just the Spotify algorithms that have, like, worked out in your favor. But, like, kind of what was, like, the the process of kind of, like, building up like a fan base, especially at such a young age.
Shit, man. Look. Oh, okay, hold on. This is sort of off topic, but fucking Discord, Twitter, Instagram, this, that, and the third. I used to be really active on the internet last year. Okay. Earlier this year, I was really active on it. Nowadays, I say like the last maybe the last year, I've purposely been out of the loop. Internet's not healthy for me. I'm short-tempered. I'm really, really short-tempered, and the internet does not help that shit for me. Now, luckily, I've been but the one thing the internet has helped me do was to control that temper. Because now that I'm up now, you could look last year. I said a whole bunch of irrational shit to a whole bunch of different people, and I didn't realize how big I was at the time. So now all that shit is set in stone. You could look that shit up and find a screenshot and shit like that. Whatever.
You're fine. And, I was 15 years old. Whatever you say, 15 years old, like, whatever. I mean, I'm glad.
I'm 16 now.
Oh, okay. All right. She's 16, yeah. Everybody. Like, she's an adult now.
No.
It's a big.
I'm just saying, though. I'm 16 now, though, but I'm 16 now, but that doesn't mean all that shit goes away. I'm still a kid. I'm still going to say shit that I don't mean. You know what I mean? And I'm conscious that I will. Does that mean I'm conscious of the shit that I'm going to say? No. So don't criticize me for it. But yeah.
No. I mean, Quinn, like, I can tell you're someone who's got you're someone who's thoughtful and you don't want to hurt anybody and you care a lot about, other people. I don't know. I know someone's gonna message me on Twitter after this, like, yo, you interviewed OSQUINN? You see what she said last year on Twitter? Like, someone's gonna be like, but she's 16 now, everybody. It's cool. Like, chill out. Like, like.
I still got a lot of fucking people mad at me for the. Have you seen the Blade tweet that I made last year?
No, but I mean, let me hear it.
I don't. It was. I said something. I was like, the community no longer has a need for Blade or something like that, and people to this day they still get mad at that shit. And I'm like, bro, that shit was over 400 days ago. And I wasn't, and I, by the way, I tweeted that high as shit, by the way. I was high as shit. Cut me some fucking slack. But at the same time, I really did believe that at the time. But nah, now people think that's why people think I got beef with Blade and shit. I'm like, nah, man, I don't got beef. What? I don't have beef with Blade. That motherfucker, he probably don't even know I exist. You know, he's off the phone. He's focused on real life shit. He don't do this internet shit, and I quite frankly don't do this internet shit anymore. You know, like I said, it's been a while since I've engaged in some sort of argument online. It just ain't worth it. I don't pay much attention to shit anymore. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, that Blade got mad.
Yeah, I envy that. Like, I would love to just go a full fucking year, just barely online at all. I mean, I guess I could do it. You know, there's nothing stopping me. But I guess just doing the YouTube, and now I'm doing Twitch and Twitter and all that shit, like, it's definitely been eye-opening to, so, just an FYI, like, I'm a big tech nerd. I love technology. I love reading about it. And the reason I'm a big tech nerd is because I fucking hate technology. I'm like fucking, what's that guy? The Unabomber guy? Oh, shit. We're on Twitter.
Fucking Ted Kaczynski. You can't, can we even say his name? Shit.
I don't know.
Fault. Sorry, Twitch.
Sorry, Twitch. It's just a Twitch. It's just a bit. Calm down. We're doing a little funny thing. We love you. We love you, Jeff Bezos. We love Twitch. We love Amazon. But
we're talking about a video game.
We're talking about a video game right now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
it's a joke. It's like, yeah. So anyway, so basically, right now, Facebook and I think also Twitter and other social media algorithms, but I know for sure Facebook is literally like optimized right now. Like, they tweaked the algorithms so it purposely shows you content that's more likely to piss you off. Because content that's meant to piss you off, you're more likely to like, you're more likely to comment, you're more likely to like react to it. And Facebook is after those reactions. And this is not like this is not a conspiracy theory. This is like internal Facebook documents have been leaked. Lots of journalism has been done on this. The social media algorithms are optimized right now to piss you off and put some stupid fucking conspiracy theories in front of your face. And that is why everyone is so fucking pissed. It's because they're on the computer all the time because they're addicted, and the computer is just constantly hurting them with stupidity that they're putting in front of your face. So that's how it goes.
I fucking love this interview.
I mean, this is how it is. Like, I'm literally playing the game of going on YouTube and optimizing my search results by putting the right tags into my videos, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, this is fucking dystopia right here. I just want to fucking review music, but you know, like, whatever. I mean, it's how it goes, and I think technology is fucking cool. I think these big tech companies, I would love nothing more than to see them fucking just collapse. So that's just, you know.
I feel you, man. But nah, yeah. I really feel you. No, I'm really.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat of a tech nerd. Good. I'm a tech nerd when it comes to music. I'm a big ass fucking tech nerd. I got a whole. If I was home right now, I'd show you. Like, I have a rack of like all of my hardware, and if I was home right now, I'd literally like go down that whole rack and explain in depth with what like everything on there was. And no doubt that would take a while, but I'd do it anyway. But fucking yeah, I'm a fucking tech nerd when it comes to music. I mean, shit, I'm taking music tech in school right now. Fucking you know, and I only took it because it's an easy A. But because I already know I already know basically all the shit he's teaching the class. But yeah, you know, I love. Man.
I feel that. I feel that so hard. You know, and this is just a little word, my personal suggestion. You can do whatever you want with your life to people in the chat, and I guess you too, Quinn, or whoever. I don't know if this, you probably already know this. If you love music and if you want to be a musician and you want to make some great music, you do not need to study music in college. And if
you really don't.
If you study music in college, you're gonna have an expensive ass degree, $100,000 in debt, with all this shit you could have learned by browsing fucking Twitter and YouTube.
You don't need to be the next Jacob Collier. I promise.
No. If
Jacob Collier. Yeah. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm just like passionate about this right now. If you come from a rich ass family that can afford to throw $100,000 down the drain on a music degree because you love music and it's the only thing you can get an A in, that's fine. Some people are that way. Go for it. You do it. But I'm telling you, if your like goal is like, I want to be like the next punk revolution now, I don't know why the fuck you would say that, but let's say you do say that. Or if you say, I want to be the next OSQUINN, like OSQUINN is like not, she hasn't even graduated high school yet, I'm assuming, unless you're like a genius that skips some grades, but we're going to assume Quinn is not graduated high school yet, and she is already killing it. So watch and learn, folks. We'll invite you over to our place, and we'll show you our rack, and we'll teach you everything you need to know.
Exactly. I'll show you. I mean, if you're a beginner musician, I'll set you. Maybe I'll set up a. I don't typically use these, but I'll set you up like a mixer preset or something. You could load that in every time you want to record some vocals. I'll show you how to get to it, this, that, and the third. Load in the instrumental. Got you, man. Yeah. I could do that for you. Yeah. But if you want me to teach you some shit like a scale or something, I'm gonna be real. I don't know shit about fucking. I don't know shit about shit when it comes to music theory, man. But if you love music theory and if that's your passion, props to you. Honestly, like you're a fucking genius in my eyes.
Oh yeah, man. Music theory is cool as fuck. It's complex as fuck. It's like basically studying like calculus, except you won't get a job after you graduate. Well, calculus will give you the best job you possibly can imagine. So it's exactly. I'm not trying to like. I mean, if you can do that, music theory is complex as fuck. It literally is like a subset of math. You're doing the same thing you have to do with your brain with like putting together like matrices and like algebra and shit as you're doing like it's like sets of like you got these keys that like have these, you know, different rhythms and different like it's like putting a puzzle together, you know what I mean? That's why I like to compare it to math, because math is sometimes like solving like what's for X, figuring out like what melody to use for a specific key change or whatever. That's kind of like solving a puzzle in a similar way, you know what I mean? So,
and I'm not fucking, you know, and I'm not good at algebra. So, you know, I failed algebra every year I have it. So,
exactly.
But,
and you know what? As a, you know, punk is my favorite genre. And one of the main reasons I love that genre so much is because the music is being played by these people who don't know shit. They do not know shit. They don't know. They know how to play the most basic chords on a guitar. They don't know how to fucking mix. They don't know how to master. And they're like, with their very limited knowledge, they are making some super passionate, beautiful, fierce, intelligent music. Like, if you can make garbage sound beautiful, then you're an artist. You know what I mean? You don't need all the fancy tricks. So
that's what I say. And if you could just mesh shit together, a bunch of different shit, and not know what the fuck is happening, but still make it sound beautiful, like you're fucking like Bill Wirtz or something, then you're doing it. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, like I guarantee you that Quinn could take a sample of like a seagull dying that sounds like the worst noise you've ever heard. Give her a second, she can kind of manipulate it into some sort of like beautiful thing that's gonna make you cry. So that's what punk music is. Yeah, try it. Okay, please try that. I will send you that sample. I don't know. I made it up, but I'm sure you can find it. I bet there's a lot of fucked up like sailors who are bored uploading fucked up stuff on YouTube or whatever. So
actually, yeah. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah. And I mean that's the thing is like the thought of using noise in music, you go back to the 50s, that just doesn't make any sense. And then you got these punk musicians coming around who are purposely making their guitars sound abrasive and then making like pop music with it, and you got like Ramones and shit on the radio all of a sudden. That's how it goes. So it's all about it's not about I mean, I know some fantastic musicians. Didn't go to college, didn't graduate high school. People who on paper are like getting F's or D's on their tests, but you can see something in their brain is working. Like they've got like, even though in like the, you know, capitalist whatever way you want to say, way you define intelligence, they're not doing so well. If they're able to make music that beautiful, you know they're fucking smart as fuck. So if you got that,
exactly,
if you got that music in you, you got that inspiration, you can go fucking do whatever you want. You'll figure it out.
If you got all that shit, then the sky's the limit. You know, and that's one reason I like. That's one reason I like lo-fi, like low fidelity shit. You know, because those people, like, you know, some of the time they just make it because, you know, lo-fi shit just sounds better. Other times people make that shit because they just don't know how to professionally do the shit that they're doing. You know, you could take a girl, you could just have a random girl like on her guitar singing into singing into a cassette, you know, and then they master that shit onto a computer, and then they upload it, and then overnight it has like a million streams, you know. And I love that shit because it's simple, you know, because I'm pretty sure that girl singing that song probably didn't know how to even use FL Studio, you know, something like that, you know. So like that's another misconception with music, you know. If you want to be a musician, if you know how to play a guitar and you can sing, shit, you could just play a guitar. That's all you have to do. And you could upload it somewhere. You don't even have to use fucking music software. You could use your camera and render it out as for all I love music now. But yeah.
And to be entirely fair, I did take in high school, I didn't take any music classes in college, but in high school I was taking guitar lessons from someone who I really trusted, someone who I really loved, someone who I knew was a really good musician. Like, it's totally okay. It's actually a good thing, you know, to ask people to help you out and learn stuff, because you got, you know, lots of people know a lot of shit you don't know. I'm not saying you got to figure this all yourself out. If you take some guitar lessons, I think you're going to go really far if it's with someone you trust and love. If you are taking some like music theory, I took like a music theory in class in high school. That's great too. If you're in band in high school, that's all good shit. So don't like, you know, necessarily shy away from that, but also keep, you know, just remember the most important thing is like, it really comes from like listening to music that inspires the fuck out of you to figure out how to make music that's going to inspire the fuck out of other people. That's like the number one ingredient, really. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn, that sounds cool. So, yeah, I feel like I just fucking like, I'm gonna see some fucking like Facebook quotes of that later today. Someone's gonna be like, "Yo, check out what Punk Revolution Now said." It's gonna be like a macro image of me that's gonna be like, the secret ingredient is inspired or whatever. I don't even know what I said, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be like one of those quotes.com or something. Yeah, it's gonna
be like a whiskey name or something.
Yeah. All right. So, Drive-By Lullabies. So, were you like on a scale of 1 to 10, the week before the album dropped? How nervous were you? Were you nervous that, you know, people were gonna hate it, people were gonna like it? Were you nervous at all?
It was on and off. I was like, yo, it was on and off. At first, I was like, oh, this shit is so under par, you know, like this shit is so eh. One thing I had an issue with is that I got a problem comparing myself to other artists and shit. I don't really got a problem with it now because I just really don't. I don't know what changed in me. I just kind of stopped comparing myself. But the week before it dropped, you know, by then I already knew about you know about Delete, right?
About what? Sorry, it lagged for a second.
You know about Delete Zeke, right?
Yeah.
I knew a week before I was about to drop Drive-By Lullabies, I knew Delete Zeke was working on Frailty and shit. Mm-hmm. And I done already heard a few tracks off Frailty. And I'm like, fuck, now I'm discouraged. How the fuck is this album going to do? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then eventually I listened through it again, front to back, and I really analyzed it. And I'm like, damn, this shit is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, I was like fucking, I was like, damn, that guitar is crazy. And I was like, oh, damn, this keyboard is insane. Oh, damn, I went off on this piano. Damn, this sample's chopped really well.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third. And I was like, fuck. I got, album of the year material on my hands. And it's my debut. Like, give a fuck what anyone else is dropping. No disrespect to Zeke. Oh, my God, no disrespect to Zeke.
I'm sending that. I'm sending the stream that over there, and he's gonna just fucking like start. I'm gonna start some beef.
I fucking love Zeke. We spoke quite a few times. Zeke is the fucking homie, dog. Yeah. So yeah, no disrespect to Zeke. No disrespect to Zeke, man. But Zeke, if you are watching this, stop being so fucking good at music, please. But anyway,
right. I'll be sure to review Zeke's album when it drops, and I'll be sure to make sure to slip in like, yeah, this is good, but Quinn's music is a little bit better, so I'll make sure to slip that in. Just don't worry, it's all you don't worry, it's all taken care of.
But don't do that to Zeke.
But Quinn, I will say, I'm telling you right now, your album, Drive-By Lullabies, is fucking really good. And anyone else who says it's not good, it's because they are fucking idiots who don't get it. That's all there is to it. I'm telling you, like, we can play the game where it's like, oh, no, it's subjective. Some people, they're not going to get it. No. It's not subjective. They're fucking idiots. It's a good album. I'm telling you right now. You know what I mean? You got the Punk Revolution seal of approval. So
if you don't like it, you just fucking hating at this point.
If you don't like it,
it's like,
yeah, go listen to your fucking like Imagine Dragons, whatever the fuck. Me and Quinn are gonna be chilling out. We're gonna be like diving deep into this album that has like so much versatility, so much replay value. Like,
yeah, because there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that goes into this album.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of stories. With lots of different types of shit that goes into these albums, these tracks, these lines that I say and shit like that. It's a lot of shit that goes into it. But hey, man, if you prefer shit like fucking Happy by Pharrell, then you can go ahead. That's beyond me.
Yeah, I will tell you, there are some albums that it takes me like literally like 2 listens, and I'm like, okay, I already know every single thing this album has to offer because it's of genres I've already heard a million times before, and these songs are like, pretty, like, there's lots of albums I can listen, and I'll, if I'm going to review an album, I'll listen to it more than twice, but there are times, you can just listen to an album. With your album, Drive-By Lullabies, like, I've listened to it already many times, like maybe 5-6 times for the interview. I want to get it in and out, and I feel like I bet if I go listen to it, I'll pick up more things that I didn't even realize before. That, to me, when albums are that way, when you can replay value, listen to it, you pick up more stuff, that's a lot more fun to me than listening to an album that I'm going to understand already in the first listen. So, you know what I mean? Like, okay,
yeah, that's what
it's like.
It's like about.
OSQUINN is the Rick and Morty of music. Like, you have to have that high IQ to understand Quinn's music. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like, not everyone's gonna click with it. So that's the number one thing. That's the number one insight we've gained on this interview today. So
that's a crazy fucking quote. I'm the Rick and Morty of music. I don't care. That's my title. I don't give a fuck.
You should.
I'm the Morty music.
Make sure you dismiss yourself to when they're sending your album around for press that they include a little line that says, like, a quote from Punk Revolution now, OSQUINN is the Rick and Morty of music. Every single record label, every single journalist is gonna be like, holy shit, we gotta fucking review this shit. The Rick and Morty of music. So
yeah, dog. Oh my God, no, I'm fucking Rick and Morty, bro. Try me.
Wow. Yeah, it's like you got the intellect of Rick, and you got the emotional sensitivities of Morty. You know what I mean? You've got the whole package in your music.
Oh my God, I really hate how accurate this shit is, dog.
Yeah.
This shit is accurate, dog.
I mean, I've smoked like 4 bowls at this point. I'm like able to make every single like four-dimensional observation you could possibly imagine right now. So, yeah, that's I'd take pride in it. You know what? I'm not lying to you. Like, I am the fucking best music critic right now. Fuck you, Fantano. I'm sure. You know what? Actually, you know what? I don't know what the Twitch rules are on bullying and shit, but I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't say that. Like, thanks for by the way, thank you everyone who's tuning in right now. Like, we've got a lot of viewers, lots of people following and shit. Like, this is awesome. I really appreciate it. And also, you know, Quinn, I really appreciate you coming on. Like, I could tell from your Twitter and just your music, like, okay, Quinn's gonna be chill as fuck. Like, let's get her on. And I'm having a lot of fun right now. So thanks for coming on.
I'm having fun too, man. Like, you know, I'm I'm having fun too. I got my I don't know, man. I'm just having fun, you know. Good, I like having fun in my interviews, man. I like having fun in general. So, like, I like treating shit more like a conversation than an interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. If I were to write like a professional like pitchfork review of one of your releases, the first sentence would be, Quinn is a 16-year-old that likes to have fun. Because that's what it is. That's who you are.
And that's why I have a track named literally most importantly, have fun. That is why I have a track named that.
Wow.
Because that track was having fun to make, and it's important to fucking have fun. And if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. I'll tell you that. Like, if you're not having fun, you must be, I don't know, the fucking Beatles. Because we all know the Beatles don't make music for fun out this motherfucker, man. You know, you know damn well these motherfuckers are not having but am I allowed to say that shit? Well,
that is so fucking true. That is so fucking true.
You can listen to some of their music. It has like no soul, kind of. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the Beatles probably more than your average like music nerd on Twitter or whatever. But you're right. They're not having fun. You can tell they're not having fun. They're trying to make music that sounds fun, but they're fucking tired. They want to take a fucking nap. You know, they don't like that shit.
Fucking engineer need to let these motherfuckers go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's not that fun, y'all. It's like you release a few albums and like that's good. And that's fun and great. But you can't release like 10 of those in like however like 6 years or whatever they fucking did, and like it's not going to be fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They
did have like one or two experimental projects that I did like it, and with those it sounded like they were having fun. It sounded like they were kind of in their true element, but then it went right back to the regular shit, and I'm like, you know, like, I'm saying this shit like I was alive at the time, but still.
I mean, like, yeah, this is one of those situations where me being 10 years older than you doesn't fucking matter, because the Beatles are so fucking long ago that we're both like little babies compared to them. So I will say, I agree. Like, there's a lot of shit the Beatles have put out that I haven't really wrapped my head around because I haven't listened to it that much. But you can tell, like, with Revolver, I think is really when they kind of took that turning point where they're like, okay, let's have some fun, let's experiment a bit with some like psychedelic stuff. And Revolver is definitely one of their best albums. Probably because they're having the most fun on it, you know? That's what it is.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Fun is important.
Yeah.
It's like, and in my opinion, you know, if you send me a song and I don't like it,
yeah.
If they had fun, fuck it, man. If you had fun, keep doing it. If that's what you think is fun, I'm not gonna hate on you, man. It's very hard to get me to hate on the motherfucker. Tell you right now.
Absolutely.
If you love what you do, and that could be anything. If you love that could be from you could say you love driving a fucking tank down the back roads of Kentucky in the middle of the night, or you simply favor Minecraft YouTube. You know, you could love any of that shit. I don't mind, bro. If that's what your definition of fun is, you do it as long as it's not illegal. Is that your cat?
Yeah, she's hanging out right here. I was like, all right, Romy, she's like trying to cuddle up. I'm like, all right, well, get your ass in the fucking stream, Romy. I love her. She's my baby. But yes, I will say.
Yeah.
I will, in response to what you were saying, all right, she's got enough camera time. We're getting her out of here. Fucking, what do you call her? It's just like, she's a little bit of a fame whore, so she gets enough camera time. We're back to the talking with Quinn. So I will say, yeah. So what you were saying, like, I think it's a valuable skill to have in life, to be able to take some situation, to take whatever song it is, whatever it is, and to find the way to have fun with it. Like maybe it's not your taste. Maybe it's you don't understand the lyrics or some shit. Like if you can figure out how to have fun with it, like you're gonna be like, for me, I've been like really into nu metal lately. And nu metal gets a really bad rep for being corny as fuck. It is corny as fuck. For being just stupid. It's stupid. But you know what? It's so fucking fun that I'm having a good time, and I'm a happier person because of it. Now I know the ins and outs of nu metal. I can go to a show and there's gonna be some fucking nu metal nerd there, and I can vibe with them or whatever. You know what I mean? We can talk about whatever Korn album they like. I don't know. Like, it's a good thing. So it's good to be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you like metal, by the way?
I do like metal. I won't lie. I got introduced to metal really young, and I introduced myself to that shit. I like metal. I think my first introduction thing metal-esque was like maybe first introduction, System of a Down. First band that I've listened to that even comes close to anything metal. Yeah. And System of a Down to this day.
Yes,
that's my favorite band.
System of a Down is so fucking good. I know
all the words to every song, man.
I have failed as a music critic for not like tweeting about System of a Down yet or something, or I gotta make a video about them because they're so fucking good. People dismiss them because they're super popular and because they're metal. And typically, lots of music nerds, they usually don't really like metal because they want to listen to fucking Elliott Smith whisper into their ear about killing themselves, whatever. You know what I mean? They don't like whisper. They don't like metal. Metal's a little too sigma male. You know what I mean? And then we've got and then we've got the fact that System of a Down is extremely popular. Their songs have hundreds of millions of views. So it's just a combination that looks off the bat like that looks like, oh, I'm an indie nerd. I want to listen to the microphones like play their like acoustic guitar and like whisper, I don't know. But no, System of a Down, they're the real deal. They are doing some crazy shit. Avant-garde metal. You know what I mean? Like that shit rocks.
Love System of a Down. Fucking dog. When I was younger, I wanted to be like fucking just like Darren. Dog. I wanted to be just like him. His style, his personality, everything. That motherfucker was my idol. Everyone talk about Surge. Nah, for me, Darren and Shavo, like my favorites right there. Surge is really fucking good. They're all good, man. I love them all. They're all good.
Yeah. I will say that I think like the metal musicians of like the 90s and early 2000s, and I think metal musicians have the best sense of fashion because they are wearing like these like crazy like ripped up jeans that are like way too big for them, and these like fat like whatever Nikes or some shit, and like a backwards hat. Like they look like metal musicians. They are wearing some clothes that are like, whoa, that looks fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like metal, like it's dope.
It looks, but it's not like something you could just like come up with just like that. But at the same time, for them, but they can come up with it just like that because that's how they dress. But like when you look at it, you're like, damn, like that shit.
It looks tough. It looks crazy. It's fucking cool. So, I mean, punk for me is always going to be number one. I love punk, but number two for me is metal because metal musicians, like, I don't know, like, I go to a System of a Down concert, and everyone there, it's just a bunch of fucking nerds. There's like metalheads are just a bunch of fucking like dorky ass motherfuckers, and like those are the best people. You want to go where the nerds are, because the nerds, they know their shit, you know, like, and they're also chill as fuck. So,
chill as fuck.
If you don't like metal, anyone in the chat, maybe
missing out.
Maybe let it grow on you a little bit. Maybe keep trying until it grows on you, because metal is fucking cool. I had a feeling, Quinn, that you were into metal. I could just get the I don't know, like, have you ever included, maybe I can't remember, have you ever included like any like real like abrasive vocals in any of your songs?
I used to make trap metal back in 2019, which is not metal. It's trap. It was like it's trap influenced metal, shit like that. Because I was influenced by trap, I was influenced by metal, and there's one song I made back in like maybe mid to late 2018. It's called "I Hate Your Guts." That's what it's called. I produced it and everything, but I recorded it on a phone, and the whole song is just me fry screaming into the fucking iPhone mic, just like saying shit like "I hate your guts" and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, that to me is awesome. Like, if you don't like metal, get your shit together. That sounds cool as fuck. Like, that's cool. Like, that's like don't you want to listen to someone fucking just like screaming their head off or whatever? Like, that's cool. So yeah, I was getting those. I can tell. Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes you just gotta, you know. Sometimes metal got that energy, man. Yeah. Like, sometimes you just gotta get that shit out.
All right, Quinn. Well, if you ever want to start a metal band, like, you know, like, reach out to me. We'll figure something out, because I've never been in a metal band. I mean, Died. We kind of, you know, dip our toes a bit into metal on our second EP, Anonymized Internal Criminals. But, like, you know, I like to stick with punk. But if I'm ever want to like make like a straight up like technical death metal like band, like progressive death metal or something, Quinn, I'm gonna reach out to you to produce that shit. So
I'd be a great bassist, because bass is big on.
Did you play
tons?
Did you play bass in Drive-By Lullabies?
I think. Did I? Yeah, I played bass and guitar in school days, and I played bass and guitar in Mall Grabber P. I played a little bit of bass in Can You Really Blame Me? I played a little bit of bass in that. You can't really fucking hear it. You know, I played guitar in that. I played a lot of guitar in that. You know, part of that was regular guitar, other part was MIDI guitar. Especially at the end, that was like a combination of actual guitar, and that was a combination of MIDI guitar. I don't know how the fuck I made that work, but I did, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's exactly that. See, to me, that is like all the best, like, of the album, perfectly summed up. Not the fact that you had a bass and a guitar in it, but the fact that you had to think for a second to try to remember if you did. And then once you remembered that you did, you're like, oh yeah, that shit was so fun. Like, that's how I feel listening to your album. I'm like, there's a lot of shit going on right here, but I'm having fun. Like, that like to me sums it up. Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening to me right now, but I'm having fun. Like, you can feel I can tell you're having fun making the music, and that to me is fun. That's so important, for real.
Exactly. I had fun making just about every second of the album, because the albums went through drafts. Definitely, it was originally a lo-fi album. I won't lie, it was originally a lo-fi album, and I still have some of the original tracks. The other ones are actually on this computer. I'd have to extract them off the computer and upload them to SoundCloud. And I've been thinking about like limited cassettes, like maybe 100 cassettes that could contain the original Drive-By Lullabies. Back then it wasn't called that. I forgot what it was called. But no, what I have now, I scrapped all that. I was like, no. I made this way too fast. This is not what I wanted. And then I was like, okay, let's do this shit all over again. And then I made From Paris with Love, and I was like, nope, full gear, full throttle right now. I was like, damn, okay, because like at first I was like, damn, okay, what sound is this album gonna have? And then ultimately I was like, no, I don't need a sound. I've never fit into one sound. Like, so fuck it. Do anything I want to, everything I want to. Fuck it. You know, just do fuck all. Have fun. Put it in the album, but still have like a meaning to it. Still have like a story and a moral and stuff like that. You know. But the story and the moral and shit, that's also fun for me. So, yeah.
I've already said this, but like everything you're saying, like I feel like I just see so much of what your thought process and your just like the way you kind of like you approached it that I can really relate to. Like going back to like for me, a lot of what you're saying right now reminds me a lot of like my first EP I released with my band Died. It was a lot of it was like basically like we were so inspired by so many different genres, so many things, but we were also like extremely serious and wanted to just like make sure every little thing that we were picking to put in this EP was like absolutely the best thing ever. And at one point we were like, you know what? If we like doing all this different shit and it's like fun for us, like let's just roll with it. We're gonna do all these different little things, and I think a lot of music critics will traditionally define it as like this is the artist still trying to find their sound. You know what I mean? Like they didn't pin down one specific sound, so they're experimenting and trying to pin down their sound. It's like, okay, yeah, you can think of it that way, but for me, how I see it is like this artist is so fucking inspired. They got a lot of shit they want to do and a lot of shit they want to say. So they're going to be doing a lot, and they're going to be covering a lot of ground. And I think that's, for the most part, I think that's, I think sometimes it's nice to listen to an album that sounds kind of similar from start to finish. But I like to listen, for me, if that artist is ambitious, is inspired, and is trying to cover a lot of different emotions, a lot of different sounds in one album cohesively, like that to me is like, that's where you get the like best albums. So that's how I see
it.
Exactly.
My ultimate goal is to try and get a bunch of different types of fans, like hip-hop fans, pop fans, lo-fi fans, rock fans, all types of fans into my fan base, and then maybe create something unique out of that. Not directly, because I don't directly reach out to my fan base like that. I don't have a server or anything, and that is for many different reasons.
I'm jealous of you. There's a Punk Revolution Now Discord server, and I'm just like, everyone in there, I love you all, but that's chaotic. That's chaotic.
It's chaotic. I really choose to not really talk with fans and stuff like that, and that's partially because I love the fact that they look up to me and shit like that. But stuff like when they idolize me, I don't know, but sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, damn, like I don't know why I feel bad. I'm like, damn, that doesn't feel right. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm really appreciate it. Like, I'm glad you could find something out of what I do. I appreciate it more. But I choose, in the grand scheme of things, I just choose not to really talk to fans because I don't know what they're going to do when I talk to them. I don't know if they're going to screenshot it, send it to someone else, and I don't know if it's going to become a meme. People are fucking unpredictable nowadays. So I just choose to, stay off the phone, make music, play video games, hang out with friends, and repeat. That's the school, all that type of stuff. That's the ideal life for me. I don't really hang out in public Discord servers and stuff like that. That's not me anymore. That is literally 15-year-old me. Like it's like I turned 16 and just a switch flipped inside of me, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to focus more on real life. I want to touch grass, But yeah.
I definitely feel all that for sure. I'm someone who's like, this is not just specifically with like fans on the internet. This is just like me in general with like even real life people. I tend to be I think I'm very like trusting of strangers and tend to like, someone comes around, I just immediately want to like, become best buds or whatever. And people DMing me on Twitter telling me they like my content, I'm gonna be the same way. Like, of course, like, thanks so much, that was so nice. But there are definitely some fucking trolls out there. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. And
that's why I'm careful, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm short tempered, and I mean that in an angry, and I mean that in a sad way. It's easy to make me angry, sad. If I run into a troll or something, I ain't gonna lie, that shit'll ruin my whole day, probably my whole week. You know, depending on what they say, and I'd be so upset about it. You know, and like at that point, no one can cheer me up or anything, and I'd be so fucking upset. I'll be like, damn, why don't these people like me? This, that, and the third. So I just choose to not play any of my cards and not many people unless they genuinely mean it. It's easy for me to spot if anyone genuinely means what they say and stuff. But grand scheme of things, I don't really talk to nobody. And you know, and that's what. And when fans like joke with me, I don't take it very well because I take them because I think they're. I assume that they're trolls or something, but I know they're not trolls, but I assume that past experiences, people who have joked with me, and little did I know it was like some ironic bullshit. Now I'm being made fun of by this random group of people. Like, damn, you know what I mean? So like, I don't like it when fans joke with me, But yeah, but any genuine fans, I've become friends with some of my fans. My man, my man KT. I know they're not watching right now. They're pretty busy. They were. I wouldn't say. I don't like saying fans. They were a supporter once, and you know, I talked to them a little bit more. We bonded over music, friends. So it's many different fans who I would consider friends. Stuff like that because we talk time to time. Hey, how another one. I talk to them from time to time, check in, this, that, and the third. Um, yeah. So there's certain people I don't talk to. So yeah, if you moral of the story, don't joke with me if I don't know you, because I don't know you like that.
Yeah, I feel that. I totally feel that. Like, oh, man, like I was just like, for me, like I'm pretty bad at taking criticism, honestly. Like, put myself on YouTube and I'm gonna get the criticism in the comments and Twitter and stuff. Like, I'm trying to put myself out there, and inevitably, I know going into this, there's gonna be fucking assholes. And I've got so much love and people who are good friends of mine and fans who are supporting me. But there's every once in a while there's just someone who's, and it hurts. It hurts, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of being human. You know what I mean? That's like, if someone's criticizing you to your face, that's just you've got to be a fucking robot if that doesn't hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, that. Of course, the shit hurts. Some of my friends criticize my music, but not in a like an hey, And I'd rather rather than a hey, I like this, but you need to, you not need to, but like I'd like you to fix this around,
Oh man,
shit like that.
No.
Yeah,
no.
like
That no. You will lose sleep over that. If you write a song that you think is like great, and then you show it to someone and they give their like stupid, pull it out of their ass criticism, you will lose sleep like thinking about what they said, like, oh shit, maybe I'm out of my mind and I'm not hearing this song right, and then but then there's like it's at the same time, it's like but at the same time you don't want to be that asshole who can't take criticism. Like, if there's good criticism, you want to improve your music because you want to make the best music possible, so you literally have to like figure out like fuck, is their criticism valid and I need to fix my shit, or are they just idiots?
And I don't
And
I don't want to. And I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one where they're like, "Oh man, no, too far with this. You're reading. It's not that deep. This, that, and that." They're like, I don't want to come off as the person that is being too deep about this. Because this is my music. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into everything that I make. So if somebody, I spent so much time, bro. I literally put like literal blood, sweat, and tears into fucking Drive-By Lullabies. So when I see people hate on that shit, I'm just like, guy, do you understand the shit I had to go through for one track? Like, bro, But yeah, and that's the shit that I used to lose sleep over. But when you spend enough time on Rate Your Music, to understand that some critics are just not worth convincing.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, and the thing. So there's a few things I want to say. So first off, I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. You're hearing it from Punk Revolution now. Professional music critic. Been doing this for a long ass time. I know it's good. I know it's not good. I know what's good. Your music is fucking good. If someone tells you it's not good, it's not because it's their opinion. It's because they're fucking stupid. And every time you see a criticism, remember me telling you this. Remember, there's gonna be criticism. You're gonna have doubts. No. This is the real deal. I'm telling you it's good. Fuck what everyone else says because I'm telling you it's good. And if any trolls try to come out of here, and any trolls try to harass you on Twitter, say some shit, let me know. I will send the Punk Revolution army on their ass. And they will wish they were never fucking born. That's all I have to say. So, remember that. For real though, like, you know, I'm always around. You can always reach out to me for if you ever need you know, I know how to use a fucking, you know, gun. I know how to use a knife. I can.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good.
It's fucking. I can't say that on Twitch. Never mind. But still.
If I get kicked off Twitch, I'm literally gonna fucking like upload a video of me crying on YouTube, like.
Twitch unban me, please. Yeah,
Twitch, please unban me. Like I'm gonna be like just covered in like blood and tears and snot. Like unban me.
You're going to send the Punk Revolution Now army after him. Fuck it, man. Okay, take down the whole fucking corporate. Wait, nah. Actually, I can't say that on Twitch.
Yeah, yo, Jeff Bezos, you are a true innovator. You earned every dollar. You definitely didn't exploit it. You definitely earned all that. You're a great genius.
Definitely didn't exploit it. Yeah.
Definitely did not exploit it. Yeah, that's just yeah. No, I know how it goes, Jeff. So yeah, so let's see. It's 8:48. I say maybe we can wrap it up around 9. So we got like 12 more minutes if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
I'm having a great time talking, but I don't know. I feel like 2 hours is probably a good time. And honestly though, like, you know, I'm around. I've been doing these Twitch streams more often. So if you wanna, you know, hop by, we can totally hang out again. I'm having a lot of fun hanging out, so I'm always around. But anyways, Drive-By Lullabies, Trolls,
great album.
Yeah, great album. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, what happened was I basically get all my opinions from Pitchfork. So I saw you got a 7.7. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should. I just message every single person who's ever gotten over a 7 if they can come on Twitch. And you were the one idiot who responded. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how I do it. I messaged Quinn before Pitchfork reviewed OSQUINN. So
that is true. Like,
so I know the shit. I'm ahead of the fucking game, everybody. I need to brag a little bit about this. Like, I fucking got Quinn hooked up with an interview before she got a Pitchfork review. Fuck you all. Pitchfork should fucking hire me. Pitchfork should fire everyone who works for them and then hire me, and then I'll clean it up, and they'll be bigger than Facebook. Like, everyone's gonna be on Pitchfork. You know what I mean? Like 13 hours a day.
This is a great interview. No, this is great, dog. I was about to say.
I mean, I Pitchfork. Yeah. I can see you and I have a lot of like mutual kind of friends on Twitter, and just also like, I don't know. I just was getting the vibes from you, like, okay, she seems chill as fuck. Like, I can usually figure that shit out. You know, like I can figure it out. But I think it's kind of an important part. I think it's an important part of the whole indie music thing, because at this point, you know, the way I see the way that things are going, and maybe this is how it has been already, but I definitely see it more now than ever. It's just music is not just about the artist; it's really about the community. You know, like the community is really like, you know, you got to stick together. It's like a fucking like little nerdy bullshit thing. Like you're not gonna find any friends at your high school who are going to talk to you about, like, I don't know, Have a Nice Life's early stuff or whatever. I mean, maybe you'll find, like, one or two, but, you know, you gotta stick together if you find someone. So, and Quinn, like, OSQUINN, I definitely see you've done a good job kind of putting a community together, and I think that's a great thing. So, maybe you just got some chill-ass fucking fans. Maybe you didn't even put any effort into. You just got lucky. I don't got so. Not my fans aren't always so chill. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's alright. Neither are mine. But this year they've been significantly more chill than last year. So I'll take it. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. And you know, I ain't even strategically put shit together. I just went with. I'm gonna go with the person. I just went with the flow. I just, you know.
That's good. I mean, that's good. I think that's yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like 80% of the people who, subscribe to me, follow me, whatever, are like really chill people I fucking love and would enjoy hanging out with probably in real life as well. And then there's like 20% who are people who literally just follow me because they're fucking assholes who want to cause issues in my fucking life.
Yeah, definitely those people. And they send you all this irritating shit. Like, yeah.
But it's one nice thing about how so just an FYI, the Second Amendment says you can have a militia. I don't know what it says off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna Google it right now. I don't own a gun. I don't really give a fuck about the Second Amendment. I don't own a gun. I'll buy one though, to protect Quinn. I just basically what I'm trying to say is I have a punk revolution army. Okay, here we go. Second Amendment. I have a fucking army, so this is my right to an army. A well-regulated militia. Which is a militia is an army, right? That's just like militia. That's just like a fedora way of saying army. A well-regulated militia sounds like milady. A well-regulated milady. Being necessary. A well-regulated milady being necessary to the security of the free state. That's so boring. I'm not reading any more of that. The point is I have being necessary to the security of the free state. Yeah. That's so boring. I'm not reading any. The Fedora Amendment.
The Fedora Amendment.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The First Amendment, the Fedora Amendment, the Third Amendment.
I'm gonna be saying that for like the next few months now, man. You fucked up.
Good. I think that's what we need to say is like if someone like is like raging on the internet about like their Second Amendment rights, we just say, yo, it's all good. You've got your Fedora rights. You got your Fedora Amendment. Like you're good. Don't worry. So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So all right. So we got like 5-6 more minutes here. Anything that you want to talk about that you didn't get a chance to talk about? Any like specific message you got for you got lots of people who are really inspired by your music. Anything you want to say to them?
Yeah. It's some people watching now, and I know someone's recording this shit and definitely going to upload it to YouTube later, and a lot more people view it in the past. But in the future, not the past. But some things I want to clear up. It's OSQUINN, not OSQUINN or OSQUINN. A lot of people say OSQUINN or OSQUINN. Nope, it's OSQUINN. And I did not come up, and it does not stand for Operating System Quinn. I promise. Although that would be pretty dope, that's not. It doesn't stand for anything. The way I came up with my name, I needed a name. I needed a name with Quinn on Instagram. And it just had to have Quinn in it, and OSQUINN was one of the names. I was like, boom, that's it right there. And then OSQUINN was also, and then I was like, boom, okay, now my name's OSQUINN. You guys like that? And then they were like, yeah. And then, okay, OSQUINN. Other people were like, stop changing your fucking name because before OSQUINN, I changed my name a shit ton. And I'm glad other people don't know my old names, but yeah, it is OSQUINN.
Yeah. The OS stands for oh sweet. Right? Like, sweet. Oh, sweet Quinn. Like...
Well,
that's what everyone's telling me. That's what I was researching. Everyone was saying on the internet that you're sweet Quinn, and they said that's like such a cringe name. They're not going to listen to your album, so you got to get that sorted out. Just an FYI. Oh, sweet Quinn. They're like, man. Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet Quinn.
That's such like a 50s, 60s name.
Yeah. Oh, sweet Quinn. That sounds like you're about to listen to like some like a cappella group sing about like waking up early in the morning, gonna go hang out with my sweetie or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I like that.
But What else can I think of?
Sorry, that was so. Why did I waste your time with that shit? Just okay, keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. What else can I think of? Shit. Another thing I'll say is that, yo, like, message to fans of now and future fans. If you talk to me, please be chill. Please be chill, bro. Like, cause look, I'm more that DI, and I mean that sort of negatively. You know, like I said, I'm short tempered. You know, I got a lot of my own shit to deal with and shit like that, and I know you got a lot of your own shit to deal with and shit like that. So when you talk to me, I'm going to treat you like how I want to be treated. You know, I always treat people with respect. You know, you know, I call a lot of people family, cousin, like, you know, what up, cousin? Like, yeah, how you doing today, family? You know what I mean, buddy? Shout out to the earth. You know, you're all beautiful people. I swear to God, I'm sober. I am sober. This is me when I'm sober. When I'm high, I don't say shit. Honestly, I'm fucking silent. But fucking
The fucking universe is collapsing inside out inside your brain. Of course, you're not gonna be able to fucking talk from all the shit you're seeing. That's what
exactly.
I can tell. So I'm just gonna interrupt you real quick here before, if you have anything else to say, you can say. But like, if I could go back in the past, this is what I'd tell me, and I'm gonna tell you now too, because I can tell, like, it's the same thing. So you have a lot of, like, you know, if you're someone who you're saying you're quick tempered, to me that means, like, you know, you're someone who's like a little bit more sensitive. You know what I mean? Like, someone's gonna say something that's more likely to, like, you know, have an impact on you and shit. And that's like tough, you know.
Yeah.
If you're someone who's going through whatever you're going through, I'm sure you've got like all sorts of shit going on. You're someone who's sensitive. You're someone who's a little bit more sensitive than the average person. You're someone who's like has to deal with anxiety, depression, whatever. It's not easy, but I'm telling you, that's what. And this is gonna sound corny, but it's the truth. That's what like lets you be able to do all the great music you're doing. It's all the great art you're doing. It feeds right into it. And it's worth it. It's worth it. Like, it's something you gotta deal with. It's not easy to deal with that shit. But it's better to be this way, where you're a little bit more sensitive than the average person, and you put more, you know, you're more serious about your art, than to be someone who's the opposite, where they are not sensitive at all, and they just live their life, the most boring fucking life, and just do whatever, and they don't make any, you know, they don't make any sort of art or whatever. It's good to be the other way, where you're a little bit more sensitive and you're doing good art. So I can see that's what's going on with you, Quinn. So just remember that when things get tough, like, it's God, I don't know, God's deciding to torment you, but then you're going to make some beautiful art from it. So that's the way to think about it.
Most definitely. Oh yeah, most definitely. It's like that with bad feelings. It's like that with good feelings too. I put a lot of feeling in my music. That's why, you know, some of the shit I make is hella soulful.
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah, definitely.
I make sure I have life in my shit, and a lot of people, and I know a lot of people say like, I know a lot of people will say like, my most popular songs are like the epitome of shit, of like TikTok hyperpop, this, that, and third, and I'm like, yeah, you see it that way, but when the shit first came out and I was relatively unknown, no one saw it that way. They saw it as beautiful shit, you know, because no one was really doing what I was. So, you know, they all saw it as beautiful shit. So, you know,
yeah.
When you say that, I only know that you're saying it because everyone else, you know, you're saying it because that's that crowd. That's that crowd fucking. That's that fucking. What's it called? It's that fucking. Yeah, it's the crowd mentality. I can't remember the actual fucking. It's the hive mind. That's what it is.
They're the sheeple. The hive mind, the sheeple, whatever you want to say. They're the normies. They're the idiots who see what they see, the top voted post on Reddit, and they assume it's true, and then they go saying it to a million other people, and that's how it goes. Exactly. You know?
Exactly. People hate what's popular. And I'll tell you guys something right now. I wasted so many years of good music and art because I just deemed it too popular or something like that. I was like, oh, this shit's not underground. Nah, I missed out on shit like, bro, Kendrick Lamar, amazing artist. Amazing fucking artist. And I shit you not, I'm like just now realizing how because
Wait.
because like
I think you lagged a little bit there. Can you say you're just now realizing now? What did you say? I think you lagged just for a second.
oh, I'm just now realizing how amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just now, I'm going back and visiting his older shit, other people like ASAP Rocky, other mainstream people, shit like that. Because the only mainstream people I ever felt attracted to was Odd Future. That was in there earlier. I grew up on Odd Future, like I really from Big Brother, fucking loved Odd Future, and I grew up on other shit like Raider Clan, Space Ghost Perp, shit like that. Because my brother was really into that shit. So all those phases that people claim that I was too young to go through, nah, nah, I went through that shit with y'all as a fucking child. Because
Yeah.
my brother was into that shit. We both bumped it collectively, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, you are like, I said it earlier. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all these genres that are popping up. Maybe some of it's garbage, TikTok stuff, but then there's a lot of shit that's like real art from it. It's not good to completely dismiss a fucking genre based off what you hear the first 5 seconds of it. That's why I really liked your album. It was like, okay, this is like a real, this is not a gimmick. This is good shit. And I don't remember where I was going with it, but the point is like, okay, so you could say 95% of popular music sucks ass. You don't want to miss that 5% that's actually fucking good. And it's not just music too. Pablo Picasso, he's like the most famous painter of all time. Pablo Picasso is cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Like it happens. Like there's plenty of popular music that's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't fuck the system, fuck the music popular, the big music labels. Like there's a lot of mainstream stuff to be pissed off about, but also like I said, it's a good skill to have if you can find the good shit in every little song. Even if it seems like shit, you can find some good shit out there. So thank you, Quinn, for pointing, for all that insight, for all your cool. I mean, I'm like just excited about it. You've got a supporter here. I'm gonna be continuing to listen to your shit. I'm telling you, it's good shit. And I remember what I said about you're gonna, if like hypothetically, let's say, let's just say something crazy happens, and on like rateyourmusic.com, your album score drops to like a 1.9. You know what I mean? Like, I would say, trust me, everyone who's rating that shit is a fucking idiot, because you're hearing it from Punk Revolution Now. It is good. I'm an authority here. Like, fuck rate your music. Fuck rate your music.
Yeah,
they're a bunch of idiots who are like, oh, I gotta make sure my curve looks like this. I'm gonna purposely find an obscure album, give it a low rating so I could add more low scores to my curve. You know what I mean? It's like, what are they doing? That's not.
I know what you
mean,
yeah.
It's so I'm telling you. So, and even Pitchfork. Sometimes Pitchfork, they do a good job. Pitchfork gave you a 7.7. That is, good for Pitchfork. Like, I follow a lot of Pitchfork writers on Twitter. A lot of them are really chill and smart people. So, Pitchfork, you can see when you can tell when Pitchfork's up to bullshit, and you can tell when they're doing some good stuff. And this is one of the good things they did. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I had so much fun talking to you. I could keep going and going, but I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. It's been over 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anything else you want to say about anything?
Anything else? Nah.
All right.
I can't think. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, this was a lot of fun, Quinn, and like I said, feel free to hit me up whenever. If you're in New York City, let me know. I'm gonna fucking come hang out. If I'm in Baltimore, I'm gonna find your uncle. And if you need any if you need any like punk musicians or whatever, I got lots of friends who, and myself included, who make all that kind of music, and we can, I just, it's good to like have like friends in all sorts of genres in the indie music world, and I love the shit you're doing, and I'm gonna keep supporting you. So thanks so much for coming on. I definitely, hope we can hang out again sometime, whether it's on Twitch or in real life or wherever.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun. It's nice hanging out with you.
Nice hanging out with you, man. I had some fun, man. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Like, that's how. we gotta hang out in person sometime. We'll figure it out. So, all right, I'm gonna hit the end of the stream here. So, where is that phone?
All right.
See you, everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming. Hit follow if you haven't, and whatever. We'll be on YouTube and Punk Revolution name.